All right, enough of that. I like that intro, though. It's kind of fun. Problem is, I'm too anxious to talk about this stuff, and I'm ready to go. So, welcome, everyone. Welcome to Crypto Veterans. I'm your host, Tim, and I'm ready to talk. Kyle's going to be here shortly. He's out there buying some Dogecoin because the big news of the day is Coinbase has added Dogecoin, and people all over the world are flocking to their phones to buy some Doge. It's flying off the shelves. I think all of it's been purchased now. If you haven't bought some, it may be too late. I don't even know if there's any left. It's a really big deal. So you might be out of luck. But fortunately for you, I'm here to help you learn more about cryptocurrency, find out if it's something for you. And today we're going to take a look at some apps on your phone. We got some cool integration set up so that we can explore some of the stuff going on apps on your phone, which make it easier for you to use cryptocurrency without a computer, without any high-tech stuff, just using your phone. So we're going to talk about that and talk about some of the news of the day. So without further ado, I'm going to get on with it here so that we can talk about this. Check this out. So we're going straight to the phone so that you can see what we got going on. We're going to start with the CoinMarketCap app. Now this app is a tremendous addition to your cryptocurrency portfolio. You add this app and it does all kinds of stuff for you. You see at the top there, you get price alerts, the ability to build your own watch list, and you can build out your portfolio, which helps you to develop kind of your own, like how much money have you made, how much have you lost, what kind of trades do you need to make, et cetera, et cetera. And when you take a look in here, you can see the coins that you're tracking. Let's say you're a big investor in Thorchain and you're like, oh man, it's time for me to take a look at that today. Or whatever individual coins that you're interested in following, whether it's the biggest gainers and losers of the day, or whether you have a watch list that you set up that you can individualize and say, my favorite coin is Doge, and you put that on there, and then you can. Did you just say that it's? Oh, that's the name of the watch list. Okay, so then we put Doge on our watch list. And now we can see exactly what Doge is doing. Right? And we can fill that list out so that we have a running list of all the stuff that we like. Likewise, it's got a running news section. So, like I said, you can get the latest headlines. And there it is. Finally, someone did it. Someone at Coinbase finally flipped the switch, and there's a meme coin that can make your future better and brighter. I'm joking because, for those in the know, those who've been around the crypto space for a long time, Dogecoin has always been kind of a joke. And so now that it's, taking off as a meme coin that, challenged the Ford Motor Company for market share, it's just kind of a funny thing to see. But in the real big headliners, you can kind of see here Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Coin, Cardano. The bear market tendency is continuing. Everything's kind of trending down, especially Cardano. We've got, everything kind of waiting to happen in the market where we've got everything on the launch pad, everything ready to go, and yet everything is stuck at about the price points that they were at the beginning of May. So what's the holdup, right? No one is really able to say exactly what is going on. And here's Kyle. He's just joined us. As I said, he is ready to rock it here with us with his awesome fashion statement hat. He is in uniform, in the house. There he is. Come on in.
What did I miss? Sorry I'm late.
That's all right. I told everybody where you were. You were out buying Dogecoin on Coinbase because it finally got added to Coinbase today.
I was thinking about it.
Yeah, right?
Unfortunately, I ran into Brandon in Stone.
Oh, well.
And the lunch
that's
date went
trouble.
Yeah.
So we're getting on the phone here showing folks how the CoinMarketCap app works. And basically I was going over kind of where everything's at price-wise and how this app works. And explaining market-wise how everything's basically on the launch pad, ready to take off, ready to go, but everything's just kind of frozen in time. About at the same price points we were about a month ago, just kind of waiting for something to happen. And no one's really sure why. So will it go up? Will it go down? Are we still in a bull cycle, or have we shifted to a bear cycle? Nobody knows for sure. So all eyes are on that. So really recommend CoinMarketCap as a great tool to stay on top of not only your favorite coins, but also the biggest gainers and losers. That gives you an idea of maybe where you might want to go to look at opportunities to buy or sell based upon the current activity. And then also it gives you good news headlines so you can stay on top of what's going on. For example, India just de-illegalized crypto, which is awesome, which has only happened like 4 times on again, off again. Just like China, India is constantly in a cycle of either criminalizing or decriminalizing crypto, and we never know which way it's going to go. But they're back again now with crypto is legal in India. So that's a good bullish move for India. And then also the first major convenience store chain.
I was just going to say something about that. I was just going to tell you.
Well, go ahead and tell.
Well, Sheetz is just your everyday convenience store that sells gas, snacks, and everything that you would get at a truck stop or a Circle K or a QT, except you can pay in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And that's pretty crazy.
That's pretty bullish. That's the first time you can buy gas using Bitcoin. So changes are coming. Changes are definitely coming. So let's take a look at some other apps that we talked about for your phone. I want to mention Free Wallet. Free Wallet. Oh, hey, look, there's the Doge you bought. Thanks, man, for sending that to me. You're very generous. I got some Doge sitting in my wallet there. Free Wallet is a good basic wallet, but it doesn't pay any interest or anything like that. But if you're just looking for a place to park your stuff, Free Wallet has the entire universe of cryptocurrencies available. So, I mean, you see there they got like Bitcoin Red. I don't even know what that is. So yeah, there's Bitcoin Red. I don't even know what Bitcoin Red does. But they've got all kinds of possibilities for wallets that you can put in. You can track the prices. It's a real handy kind of Swiss Army knife of wallets that you can exchange coins. You can obviously do send and receive. Basic functionality inside Free Wallet.
Nice.
And it lives up to its name. It's free. So that's that. The other one that we wanted to talk about is Abra, likewise, we mentioned it before. It's a good basic wallet. It has a good variety of options for you to use, but this one adds interest bearing. So if you want to tuck your crypto away and let it add interest for you, you can see there, particularly on the stable coins, PAX, TUSD, USDC, and Tether, you can get some pretty decent interest rates on your savings there. Right?
Absolutely.
So Abra is a pretty good alternative, and you can borrow against your crypto. You'll notice they're really big on identity verification. So that's one of the things that you have to really pay attention to. With Abra, as soon as you open up an account, before you do anything with them, you'll have to do identity verification.
That's what you should be doing anyway. You don't want anybody being able to get into your account.
Right. So the big one that we wanted to talk about is Trust Wallet. So in Trust Wallet, that opens up the world of DeFi. Trust Wallet is Binance's official wallet for doing their DeFi, but it's also capable of doing all the other DeFis as well. So that's a really cool wallet for getting into the world of DeFi. And I know that that's a word that you probably hear from time to time.
I was just going to say, can you please explain to everybody, including myself, what that means?
We're going to show you what DeFi is, and it's pretty amazing. It can be confusing, so we're going to step through it real slow. But all this to say that Trust Wallet is a great gateway to the world of DeFi. But basically, it is the thing that's going to replace banks.
So does Binance use the Trust Wallet? That Binance uses the Trust Wallet, right? Okay, good. So I did good there.
Yeah, Binance uses this, but it's also capable of doing Ethereum and all the others.
Awesome.
Okay? So when you get Trust Wallet, a couple of important notes. One, you see at the bottom, we've got wallet, browser, DEX, and settings. So if you have an iPhone, that browser button at the bottom is turned off by default. You have to turn that on. It's real simple. We'll put it in the show notes on how to turn that on. Android, it's automatic, but for whatever reason, on iPhone, you have to turn it on. It's a security thing. So it's like, why does that happen? I don't get it. But there you go. We have to turn it on. But once you turn it on, that is the gateway. So once you're able to hit that button, that opens up the world of DeFi. Okay? So when we say DeFi, I want you to think of it in terms of exchanges and apps that then run within your wallet. So for example, as we kind of scroll through here, like when we hit that browser button, it opens up some of the ones that are real popular within that world. But there's a whole world, a whole universe of apps and exchanges that people have built on the internet that will incorporate into your wallet and make DeFi work for you. So let's go to Uniswap. Uniswap is the one that's designed to work with Ethereum. And that's why up here in the upper left-hand corner, you will see the little Ethereum logo up there in the top. So that Ethereum logo up in the top left-hand corner says that you're connected to the Ethereum mainnet. And down in the lower left-hand corner, you see the 0xF06F blah, blah, blah. That means our wallet is connected to the Ethereum mainnet. So the first thing we can do is swap our Ethereum for any one of these tokens inside DeFi. So we've got a whole host of tokens on the Ethereum mainnet that are available to us, and then a whole host of tokens that you don't even see here on this list that people have made that are available. And that's why up here at the top it says search name or paste address, because smart contracts are being written that create tokens for you to use on DeFi, and you're able to swap your Ethereum for these tokens. Okay? Now, why would you want to do that? You want to swap Ethereum for tokens in order to participate in these apps. So, the apps that you would want to participate in are, for example, PancakeSwap. This is a Binance-based system. So you look in the upper left-hand corner, you see the logo has changed from Ethereum to a weird yellow gold looking logo up in the upper left. That's the Binance Smart Chain logo. That means we're now in the world of Binance, their DeFi. So when you're in the world of Binance, that becomes the basis for the DeFi. And if we had those tokens, in this world, this is PancakeSwap. So the basis of their world is the token called Cake. And in the Ethereum world, it's the Uniswap token or any number of other tokens. But let's just use the example of Cake, shall we? You see in here, we have the exchange, we have farms, we have to say, I understand. We have all sorts of farms, pools, a lottery, all sorts of investment vehicles that are set up within PancakeSwap. So let's look at pools. If we have converted our Binance coin into Cake, then we can deposit our Cake into this auto Cake staking investment platform and get an investment yield of 128.63% just for staking our Cake there. Okay, now why would we want to do that? Well, we'd want to do that because Cake is worth, when you look down here, see down in the lower left?
Yep.
A Cake token is worth $17.42. So if you buy, exchange your Binance tokens for Cake tokens and then deposit them here, you'll get 128% interest on tokens that are worth $17.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Now, why are they doing that? Because you're providing liquidity to the Binance system by staking your tokens and your Binance to the system. So it's a huge opportunity for you to make that profit of 128% by giving them the liquidity to run their financial system so people can borrow in order to trade on their exchange. Because liquidity is the number one problem of any financial system. Banks have a liquidity problem. How do you have enough cash to run your business day to day?
Right.
Banks want to have enough cash so that when people come in to make withdrawals, ATMs, etc., they need the liquidity for people to have the cash available. Same thing with exchanges. Exchanges need liquidity in order to keep the system running. So they incentivize people to deposit their crypto to add liquidity to the system by paying interest, the same way that the banks do. The difference is here you get the vast majority of the interest, whereas at the banks you don't. You don't get any of the interest, really. So in DeFi, we look for opportunities like this where we get the best interest because that is where people need the most liquidity in the market. So you'll see these interest rates adjust minute by minute, day by day, based upon where the needs are. All these different crypto tokens that you're seeing, like Earn Hot Cross there at the top, that interest rate is based upon the demand for Hot Cross inside the Binance exchange. And they adjust dynamically day to day in order to incentivize people depositing their stuff. So you can make a passive income by participating in these pools. Another opportunity is in farms, and that's where you do a double stake of two different types of cryptocurrencies and therefore up the ante. Like you can see, that's 494% APR. And that is something that you'll see when one of the two tokens, like MTRG, I've never heard of that before. Most often, one of those two tokens is experiencing a big, bright burst in demand. And it's uncertain whether or not that demand will be sustained. So they need it right now. And whether or not it'll be here next week or not is another question. So it's a higher risk thing. When you buy those MTRG tokens, their value today may be $10 a token, but next week it may be $100 a token, it may be a penny a token. So they're offering more interest rate because you're incurring the risk of how much those tokens will be worth this time next week. That's why they're combining it with these stable coins. BUSD is Binance's US dollar. They're combining it with a stable coin in order to mitigate the risk of some of these short-term burst demand cryptocurrencies. Does that make sense?
Makes sense, yes.
So this is what DeFi does, is it gives you the opportunity to take your crypto, like Binance, or any one of these, but Binance is the one to start off with, or in the case of Uniswap, to take your Ethereum and do the same thing over here, and then stake that in a pool or a farm, add liquidity to the exchange, and thereby earn that interest.
Is there a certain amount that people can have to do sometimes? Like, because I know on Celsius, it'll tell you have to do a certain amount. So
Yeah.
beware of that as well. Sometimes it might tell you that you have to do a certain amount in order for it to process the
Right.
transaction. So
Most of these DeFis don't have minimums. Some of them do, some of them don't. So yeah, Kyle's right. You have to watch and just pay attention. It's a fun place to go in and mess around and just experiment. because there are literally dozens and dozens of exchanges, DeFi exchanges, and places to add liquidity, get into these farms and pools in order to get your cake or Panther or Hot Cross or any number of tokens and find your interest rate. And all you have to do is stake it and then hold on and watch it. And pay close attention to it, because there's a couple of things to think about. One is, you see here like the amount total staked. That generally tells you about how reliable the platform is. With 60 million cake staked in this project,
Almost 61 mil.
And each cake is worth $17, that tells you this is a pretty well invested platform.
Right.
It's pretty reliable.
I've been hearing a lot of things about PancakeSwap lately as I've been, learning more about cryptocurrency, and so this is interesting to me. I've never really understood. I keep hearing, "Oh, this is on PancakeSwap. You can buy this on PancakeSwap and make 1,000." So now it's finally.
Yeah, and why wouldn't you? I mean, if just right off the bat you can get 128% annual yield,
Right.
that's a pretty good. I mean, you can't find that anywhere else, right?
No.
So you can see why people are talking about it. And the other part is, you see this auto button? That means all the yield you get, you hit that button and it automatically then reinvests what your yield you get every day back into the compounding interest. So if you have 100 cake in there and you get 10 a day, it puts the 10 back in. So now you're compounding your interest back into your principal, which increases your daily take. So it's a good platform to play around with. Again, we don't have any interest in this whatsoever. They're not paying us. We're not sponsored. But we just want to give you an idea about DeFi, because it's what everybody's talking about. Everybody's going crazy about DeFi. And here's one of the big lessons learned from the big crash that happened a couple of weeks ago. Everybody was getting on their exchanges and trying to make stuff happen, make trades happen while the market was crashing. And all of the centralized exchanges, Coinbase, Abra, all of them, got brought to their knees with the demand. But these DeFis were untouched. I mean, they handled the demand just fine because they're decentralized. It was like a giant real-world stress test for these guys, and it totally validated their decentralized approach.
That's pretty awesome.
They're not dependent upon giant computer stacks the way that Coinbase or Abra or anyone else is. They're completely decentralized, working off the blockchain. And that's what makes them so attractive, is that no one owns them. They're just programs running on the blockchain. And that's what makes them really kind of the future of global finance. There are no bankers sitting around watching this stuff happen. It's all automated. And particularly when we start talking about, crypto 3.0 with Cardano, that's what you're going to see. And it's what's going to make Cardano such a big deal, is that these things have a great approach and people love them, but they lack the sustainability and scalability that Cardano is going to bring to the table. At least that's the promise of the code that we're seeing so far. But we wanted you to get an idea of what DeFi means, what it looks like, what it can do for you, and basically what your phone can do to help you access this. So Trust Wallet is a great way to get started with this. You just download the app, get the browser set up. Once you go in the browser, you'll see all the popular links. there are so many on here that like I haven't been to most of these. I've used Uniswap, PancakeSwap, Compound. There are so many more. We've talked about NFTs. Those are on here too. Pool Together is another big popular one that I have not used. Air NFTs. That's one if you're interested in getting into the world of NFTs. I know people are talking about this one. You can kind of see what NFTs look like. Oops. Isn't that cool?
So that's what they're selling right there.
Yeah.
He's selling that. That's pretty crazy.
Yep.
Selling their artwork and their little gifts, or what do they call them?
Yeah, gifts.
Smoking kills. How much does that one cost? $529.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Everybody's into this stuff, man. I don't understand why that's worth $35, but okay.
That one's pretty cool, but not with the 666 freaking horns.
Yeah, right?
Whoa.
How evil you want to get? You should totally get on here, man, and make some like.
I can barely like spell my name correctly. So I don't know.
Maybe if you did spell it correctly, it'd be really popular.
We can put it on NFT. We can sell it as an NFT.
Yeah.
I'll have to scribble something down then, and we'll post it up, and we'll see how much we can get out of it.
Look at that, a picture of like your old grandpa's car.
I'll do one for the Warrior Center, and then I'll donate. If it sells, I'll donate the winnings to the Warrior Center.
There you go. You should.
If you guys are listening, and if anybody's listening and wants me to do it, I will make my own NFT, and we will sell it right here.
I think we got us
on
a deal.
On the live stream.
I think we got us a deal, man. I mean, look at that. Cursed sapphire cat for $17.
I think we could get more than $17. No.
Yeah, right? Anyway, DeFi is a really big deal. Who knows where it will lead? But we don't want you to miss out. So Trust Wallet is the way to get there. And we will show you many more tricks with the phone going forward. We just wanted to give you a taste, not overload you. Free Wallet, Abra, and Trust are some great stepping stones with your phone, from the basic end at Free Wallet to adding a little bit of interest with Abra to jumping into the world of DeFi, which gets you mega interest possibilities with DeFi and some other cool stuff like NFTs. So that does it for us today. Don't forget the coin market cap piece, just as a tracker, news aggregator, all that stuff as well for your phone.
And don't forget to leave your questions, comments for us. Subscribe, whatever you got to do. I don't know how that all works.
Hit that like button.
That's it.
Hit that subscribe button. Hit that comment button. Give us your questions. We're here for you. And as always, if you need assistance or help or have any questions, there's that phone number right there. You can give us a call here at the Warrior Healing Center. We're here for you. So, as always,
whoa,
right?
Very.
Pretty awesome. We'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.